Okay, and action.
Right.
Okay, so I
I'm
found this
sick. I'm an
fruit. It's a
ostrich.
weird fruit. It's
I'm
called
seeking for urge
kumquat.
to expand my horizons. Pick out same old head in the sand, waiting for mating season routine. Just looking for fun and adventure beyond the savannah. I have an athletic build. I can run over 40 miles per hour. While I may be flightless, my feathers are high in demand, so I'd say I'm pretty fly. I have 3 stomachs, so if you can cook, that's a big plus. I don't do well with large cats like lions, but smaller breeds are okay. If you're interested, I'd love to meet you.
Very nice. Like mini mandarins. Yeah, it's awesome. Kumquat. I don't know where they grow. I guess they grow on trees, but I don't know when.
I enjoy long naps with a perfect partner. I'm not like most cats. I'm not a big tuna fan. Don't even get me started on how overrated milk is. I'm the right sort.
They're a bit green, but orange and also yellow.
Okay, okay, guys, that's good enough. Fuck. Action.
Action.
We're gonna walk around
so
and start,
I'm walking, and this guy today was
going
very
faster
weird.
away. And I'm currently married. I have 2 kids. They're named Reginald and Katrina. Katrina is one of the girls I have. The other one's kind of gay. He didn't like it. I called him a rainbow. And later on, he got asked by his teacher to yell in his ear, and he said, "No, fuck that. I'm looking for something on the side. No, need someone to bring me to family events." And things escalated, and I did some things I regret. I miss you so much,
ובכל זאת, כאילו, איכשהו כן הסתדרתי בבית ספר, והיה נחמד, למרות שנטפלו אליי.
To expand my horizons, think of the same old head in the sand, waiting for mating season,
ובסוף, אחרי שנים רבות, אני מדבר ממש טוב בעברית.
So I'd say I'm pretty fly. I have 3 stomachs, so if you can cook, that's a big plus. I don't do well with large cats like lions, but smaller breeds are okay. I'd love to meet you someday.
Okay, guys. Nice, nice. Oh my god, I'm crying.
If we combine 2 sentences by the words if, then, we obtain a compound sentence which is denoted as an implication or conditional sentence. The subordinate clause to which the word if is prefixed is called antecedent, and the principal clause introduced by the word then is called consequent. By asserting an implication, one asserts that it does not occur that the antecedent is true and the consequent is false. An implication is thus true in any one of the following 3 cases. First, both antecedent and consequent are true. Second, the antecedent is false and the consequent is true. And third, both antecedent and consequent are false. It follows that whoever accepts an implication as true and at the same time accept its antecedent as true cannot but accept its consequent, and whoever accepts an implication as true and reject its consequent as false must also reject its antecedent. As in the case of disjunction, considerable differences between the usage of implication in logic and everyday language manifest themselves. Again, in ordinary language, we tend to join 2 sentences by the words if, then, only when there is some connection between their forms and contents. This connection is hard to characterize in a general way, and only sometimes it is natural. It is its nature relatively clear. Fuck. We often associate with this connection the conviction that the consequent follows necessarily from the antecedent. That is to say that if we assume the antecedent to be true, we are compelled to assume the consequent to be true. And that possibly we can even deduce the consequent from the antecedent on the basis of some general laws which we might not always be able to quote explicitly. Here again, an additional psychological factor manifests itself. Usually, we formulate and assert an implication only if we have no exact knowledge as to whether or not the antecedent and consequent are true. Otherwise, the use of an implication seems unnatural and its sense and truth arise some doubt. We often associate with this connection the conviction that the consequent follows necessarily from the antecedent. That is to say, that if we assume the antecedent to be the true, and we are compelled to assume the consequent too to be true, and that possibly we can even deduce the consequent from the antecedent on the basis of some general laws which we might not always be able to quote explicitly. Here again, an additional psychological factor manifests itself. Usually, we formulate and assert an implication only if we have no exact knowledge as to whether or not the antecedent and consequent are true. Otherwise, the use of an implication seems unnatural, and its sense in truth may arise some doubt. The following example may serve as an illustration. Let us consider the law of physics. Every metal is malleable. And let us put to the form of an implication containing variables. If X is a metal, then X is malleable. If we believe in truth of all its particular cases, that is, of all implications obtainable by replacing X by names of arbitrary materials such as iron, clay, or wood. It turns out that all sentences obtained in this way satisfy the conditions given above for a true implication. It never happens that the antecedent is true while the consequent is false. We notice further that in any of these implications there exists a close connection between the antecedent and the consequent, which finds its formal expression in the coincidence of their subjects. We are also convinced that assuming the antecedent of any of these implications, for instance, iron is a metal as a true, we can deduce from its consequent iron is malleable, for we can refer to the general law that every metal is malleable. Nevertheless, some of the sentences discussed just now seem artificial and doubtful from the point of view of common language. No doubt is raised by the universal implication given above or by any of its particular cases obtained by replacing X by the name of a material of which we do not know whether it is metal or whether it is metal. But if we replace X by iron, we are confronted with a case in which the antecedent and consequent are and we shall then prefer to use instead of an implication an expression such as, since iron is a metal, it is malleable. But if we replace X by iron, we are confronted with a case in which the antecedent and consequent are undoubted. Similarly, if for X we substitute clay, we obtain an implication with a false antecedent and a true consequent, and we shall be inclined to replace it by the expression, although clay is not a metal, it is malleable. And finally, the replacement of X by wood results in an implication with a false antecedent and a false consequent. If in this case we want to retain the form of an implication, we should have to alter the grammatical form of the verbs. If wood were a metal, then it would be malleable. Okay. Similarly, if for X we substitute clay, we obtain an implication with a false antecedent and a true consequent, and we shall be inclined to replace it by the expression, although clay is not a metal, it is malleable. And finally, the replacement of X by wood results in an implication with a false antecedent and a false consequent. If in this case we want to retain the form of an implication, we should have to alter the grammatical form of the verbs. If wood were a metal, then it would be malleable. Logicians with due regard for the needs of scientific languages adopted the same procedure with respect to the phrase if, then, as they have done in the case of the word or. They decided to simplify and clarify the meaning of this phrase, and to free it from psychological factors. For this purpose, they extended the usage of this phrase, considering an implication as a meaningful sentence, even if no connection whatsoever exists between its two members. And they made the truth or falsity of an implication dependent exclusively upon the truth or falsity of the antecedent and consequent. To characterize this situation briefly, we say that contemporary logic uses implications in material meaning, or simply material implications. They decided to simplify and clarify the meaning of this phrase and to free it from psychological factors. For this purpose, they extended the usage of this phrase, considering an implication as a meaningful sentence even if no connection whatsoever exists between its two members. And they made the truth or falsity of an implication dependent exclusively on the truth or falsity of the antecedent and consequence. To characterize the situation briefly, we say that contemporary logic uses implication in material meaning, or simply material implication. This is opposed to the usage of implication in formal meaning, or formal implication, in which case the presence of a certain formal connection between antecedent and consequence. Now, for some reason, something bugged out in MCC, and I cannot. I select us. I cannot even select us. I see 3 guys in the list.
Actually, I think MCC crashed because when I try to access it, I don't even see MCC on my action bar.
No, I don't see it as well.
I see it, but I think it's maybe. Try now.
Do you guys still hear me, or is the server crashed?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We're here.
I cannot walk. I cannot open my map. No, seriously, I cannot move. I cannot do anything. I cannot open the map or anything.
Really? Can you?
I cannot press escape.
Let me check. Yeah, everything is fine for me.
What the fuck? I must have pressed something.
I have no idea what's causing these problems. Like, can ACRE really fuck shit up like that?
Can you start yelling again? Just yell.
Me?
Ah! Something.
Ah! Oh my god.
Yeah, it's clipping still.
Yeah, I raised my volume back up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's annoying then. Well, it's a good thing you test with multiple people, because this is what we had during the first test as well.
You're clipping as well, Shiny back again. Fuck. Okay, well...
Oh, now Shiny is clipping for me, what the fuck? Oh, and same thing, and Ryujin, can you scream in my ear again with TFAR?
Woohoo! Let's party! Yeah!
Okay, it's not as bad. Nice.
No, it's not clipping at all for me now.
Yeah. Can you scream now, Shiny?
Yeah, I can, of course, man.
Yeah, woohoo!
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, actually.
Let's party!
Shiny is not clipping anymore. Can you scream Ryujin in my ear?
Woohoo! Let's party! Yay!
Oh holy shit, that's loud.
Here again, an additional psychological factor manifests itself.
Oh my god, wait a sec, shit. My grandma just came here, she sat next to me. I didn't even notice, I was too busy, and she started laughing. Oh my god, I nearly shit my pants. Oh my god, I'll be back in a minute, okay?
Okay.
Sorry.